So hello everyone, I'm your trainer Sam. So first of all, welcome to the doubt session for the full stack web development, Burn Stack. So actually, may I know, do you have any doubts regarding the HTML and CSS that we have covered till now? I'm repeating, do you have any doubts regarding the part that we have covered till now? So let me share my screen. I'll be just getting you all into the web development using the VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Just a second. So could you just please confirm whether my screen is visible or not? Yes, okay, that's great. First of all, I'd like to show you how to download the Visual Studio Code that we'll be using in our sessions. That is download Visual VS Code for Windows. And first of all, you should go to the first link that's present over here, which is the official site to download the Visual Studio Code. So here we got the options of downloading the user install. If at all your system is of 64-bit, yeah, then you can go with this. So just you have to click here. And you will be directly downloading this file. So let me just show you. This is of 75 MB. So I'm just pausing it and I'll show you an overview how the VS Code looks alike. So this is the basic section, how the Visual Studio Code looks like. Here, all these files that we are using would be stored. And also the VS Code provides extensions, which gives us feasibility to add a So like here, you can just make your HTML code prettier using the pretty extension present in Visual Studio Code. So this extension actually makes your format pretty. And without any delay, first of all, let's get into how the basic code actually looks alike. This is the header part that is included, and this is the main extension, main component that should be included in a HTML website so that you'll get to know that this is the beginning of the HTML code. And coming over here, this is the HTML tag, which interprets the compiler and says that from here, the HTML content starts. And regarding this, this is the head part. Inside the head part, we can use the meta tags, such as in that we can use the character set and also links like whenever you would like to import or export any images, fonts, such kind of things, you have to insert them inside the header part. And also the title. Title should be included inside the head part. And this is the basic part that we have to include. All the components, all the things that needs to be visible inside the website or the web browser should be included in the body part. So let me just clear this out. So from here, all the things that you will be coding will be visible in the web browser. Let's take an example, H1. H1 is nothing but highest size of heading. This is the biggest heading size that we'll be using. So I have just entered welcome to Coding Chakra. And as you can see over here, we have got the output as welcome to Coding Chakra. This is the header part. And also we have got 7 variations of header part. So we have H2. Let me just copy this so that it would be much easier. So let's just get into the variation. As you can see, when we have used the H1 tag, it was the highest element. Could you just mute up yourself? So this is the highest element tag that we have used. And coming to the variations, we have got 7: H1, H2, H3, H4, and H6, and H7. And in that, the H1 is the highest, which means this H tag contains the bolder content. It is the most boldest heading covered in HTML. And also we have got the tags like P. How are you? So this P tag is nothing but a paragraph that will be including our website. Also, we can make changes using the CSS or the built-in HTML parts that we'll be looking in the further sessions. So also we have anchor tags that is used for linking the web pages, another web pages. So as you can see, let me just add any other code, like 1 second. I'll just copy the google.com. Let me paste it over here. And I'll just enter, click here. When I just save, you can see the changes over here. So as you can see the changes, whenever we just click over this button, this is the anchor tag, the web page will be redirected to the link that we have provided. So these are the basic things that HTML covers upon. And I would like to know if you have any doubts in the sessions that you have listened or that you have gone through. HTML actually stands for the hypertext markup language, and it is the basic structure that we'll be using to create the web pages. It consists of series of elements, like this is a series of element H1, this is a series of another element H2, P, A. This constitute all, including builds up a website. And these HTML elements tells the browser on how to build a content. The HTML element label pieces for content such as this is heading, this is paragraph, this is anchor tag. So it does not depend upon few tags. You can feasibly use any number of tags you want to, according to your requirement. As mentioned, the doc type HTML, this defines the document as a HTML file. And HTML tag, this is the root of the web page that we'll be building upon. And this contains all the meta information, the information that should not be visible to the people, like the information that is kept on ourselves, and the information or the images, tags, all those of things that we need to show in the website should be included inside the body part. H1 defines the largest heading. The purpose of a web browser is to read the HTML content. Like whenever you just go to Google, the Google is also built upon using the HTML. You just click upon the insert. And as you can see over here, these all are the series of HTML tags or HTML elements that the Google has used upon.
Hello, sir. I have one question.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, actually, in line number 5, you
Mhm.
have used one attribute that is HTTP dash equip and another attribute that is content. So, actually, can you please tell me? Actually, I have some confusion on what measures this attribute are like X,
Uh,
QA, complete.
actually, uh, actually, your voice is breaking a lot. Like it isn't clear. Could you just come again?
Yeah, actually, in line number 5, you have
Mhm.
two attributes that is HTTP dash
Could you
equip.
just text me in the chat box
Yeah.
if you don't mind? You were asking regarding this, right?
Yes, regarding HTTP equip and content.
Okay, actually, like this is not a mandatory. These three tags aren't mandatory to create a website. But if at all we add the HTTP equi, that attribute provides HTTP. It provides an information to the server, like the content. All the content would be provided to the server, not only the web page. And this can stimulate the response header, like inside the head part we have included the title. We'll also be including the style sheets. We'll also be including the icons, like as you can see over here, Google, we have got the icon. Also all those sort of things we'll be including inside that. So for that, it isn't mandatory, but it provides a valuable information to the web servers. So that's why it is used. Also, the meta character set. Meta character set actually specifies the character for encoding it into HTML document. Like uh, according to the using this HTML meta character set tag, the all these content will be converted into the HTML document, and we'll be getting them as the output. Do you have any other queries? And like not only the VS Code, you can also use also build up HTML using the notepads that you have present in your laptops or the systems. Just one thing you need to add upon is .html. I hope you can see over here index.html. .html is the extension or the extension that is converted into a web page. If at all you are using the VS Code, you have got an option of open with live server that actually reloads automatically, saves the document automatically, and the output will be getting faster. Like unlike the notepads, you have to save it, refresh it. Here, all the things are done automatically. So, do you have any doubts? Like any other doubts?
Hello,
Oh, yeah.
sir, what to write in anchor tag to give 404 error?
Actually, the 404 error comes under the exception handling. Like that will be in got that will be getting into further sessions. First of all, you have to know what is anchor tag, how we have to link up the web pages, how we have to edit the anchor buttons. Like we have edited this. This is just the basic part. We have to edit this. We can change the orientation, we can change the color, change the background, all sort of things we'll be looking now. And when we'll be going into the exception handling, then we'll look how to get the error. I mean, you are asking how to uh, handle the error or how to give the error.
How to give the error?
Okay, that actually comes under, yeah, that comes under the exception handling. Like that specifically comes under JavaScript. So when you are using the JavaScript, actually the purpose of HTML is the basic structure. Like this is HTML, the basic code, simple. And using CSS, you can style, you can assign this text into the bit between here, you can assign this text over here, you can just style upon. And JavaScript is used like whenever you click any button, that function is given by JavaScript. Like if you want an error, you want a pop-up, whenever you just click here and you want to get a pop-up saying that you clicked on the button. So those things will be done by JavaScript.
Okay.
Also, you can add the images, paragraphs. Do you have any other doubts? This symbol over here, this icon is called as wave icon. That comes under the HTML part, and we'll be looking into them in the videos. If at all you have any doubt right now, you may just clear them up. Also, like you can just create what do you say, you can create the forms, and you can just create a basic structure of the form using the HTML, and you can style that using CSS. And later, like whenever you click the submit button, the content will be submitted using the JavaScript, PHP, and Node. Node is used for backend, PHP is used for linking upon frontend and backend, JavaScript is frontend, and also can be used in backend. But most probably, I mean, right now, JavaScript is most extensively being used in front-end part.
So what to use in backend?
Backend will be using Node.js.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the in the course we'll also be covering React. React is actually a library of JavaScript. Using that, like whenever you just refresh over here, as you can see, when you refresh the page, you can see the page is being loaded over here. Whereas when you just use React, when you click any button, the page won't be redirected. The page will be redirected but won't be reloaded. I mean, it will be a single page application that we'll be using.
So just a basic question. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a basic question. We can also build one single page application using jQuery. Okay. Then what is the necessity of React? Means using jQuery, and jQuery is also popular, and also it is very easy to use. Then why React? Means why people are preferring React right now?
Actually, it is due to its flexibility, its speed, performance, its reusable components. Like in React.js, if at all you just declare this, I mean, how are you? And in HTML or in jQuery, you have to type that so long, or the function that reprints the statement is too long. Whereas in React, just a couple of lines can make you cards. Just 2 lines of code can make your cards, like the profile card, add to cart, all sort of things can be just made up upon 2 to 3 lines. The main advantage or benefit of using is its flexibility. Like whenever you extensively use jQuery, that actually crashes your website when you upload it on your domain. You add many components, you add images, documents, and you want to build up a responsive, complete website like an e-commerce website. So in those things, the jQuery or JavaScript actually crashes the website. It cannot load that much. Those aren't that feasible.
And my second question is that, suppose there is an option in every browser that you can enable or disable JavaScript.
Sorry, like your voice is breaking a lot.
Yeah, is it proper now, sir?
No, could you just type that if you don't mind?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, why do we write that hash symbol in href? I observed in some websites hash symbol.
Yeah, actually, like whenever we just don't want to link up any website, okay, we don't want to go to Google, so we cannot just leave this empty. Instead of hashtag, you can also use dollar, you can also use percentage. It's not restricted that we have to use hashtag. Hashtag is just a basic representation. Like see here, the page is not being redirected anywhere when we just use hashtag. So it isn't restricted. You can use also the star symbol.
Okay.
See, the page will be redirected to star. When you just use hashtag, the page will be just reloading over there and the page just refresh itself. It does not redirect. No, no, definitely, because React.js is a framework of JavaScript. I'm sorry, it is a library of JavaScript. Like when the content that is written in JavaScript is disabled, then definitely we cannot use the React website. And also it is definitely not recommendable to disable the JavaScript, because most of the websites are built using JavaScript only. I mean, the functions are used, functions are being used using JavaScript. So it is not recommendable to turn off the or disable the JavaScript in the websites. What? How can you handle?
Yeah, actually, I just mean to say that suppose if any of the user's browser JavaScript is usable, okay. So, is there any option so that when he runs the application in the browser, JavaScript will be enabled?
No, because like I have mentioned, the website that is created using the React is because of JavaScript and is using the JavaScript. So there isn't any option. Probably in the future they might find an option, but right now there is no option. We have to enable it again. And functions like clicking on button, redirecting to a page, all those sort of things are using JavaScript. So even those functions, even in basic website, we cannot go to any other page without the JavaScript. Do you have any other doubts?
So yes, just last question.
Yeah.
Which database we will use? It will be MySQL or MongoDB?
Your voice is breaking actually. You were asking about?
He's asking about database.
About the database.
Yeah, which database? MongoDB or
We'll be going
NoSQL?
through MySQL. We'll be going through the MySQL because actually MySQL is being preferred these days than the MongoDB. Due to its consistency, it's being performing.
So it's mon stack cursor M represents for MongoDB.
Yeah, it represents, but because it is much convenient and much useful using the MySQL than MongoDB, so we can prefer MySQL. If at all you'd like to go through the MongoDB, then definitely we can switch that up. But first of all, we'll be going through the MySQL, and later sessions we can also get a brief information and get the brief knowledge about the MongoDB.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. Do you have any other doubts? Manikanta, do you have any other doubt? Priyanka, if you don't, yeah. Yes, all the important topics would be covered inside the MySQL also, like the things, the components, the functions that are useful to make a website, to retrieve the data from a website will be covered. Okay, then that's it for today. If you have any other doubt, you may just ask upon, or we'll just end the session. So hope all your doubts, yeah, thank you. So hope your doubts were cleared. So you may just leave now.